Hey everybody, I'm back with another one, doing Shaper this time. So, if you want to do Shaper, you are, of course, going to need the 4 Shaper fragments. A lot of different ways to get these. The trade website, you can buy a set on TFT, you can buy the maps on trade, you can buy the maps on TFT, whatever, you need the 4 fragments to do it. The maps will be Chimera, Hydra, Phoenix, and Minotaur. These are different than the Elder maps. So the Elder maps that I showed you guys in the last video replace a normal map. So like you might have Cemetery, but it's an Elder version, and then the Elder comes and kills the map boss, and then you go do that. Different for Shaper. These 4 maps are unique in the sense that, well, not unique in game, but unique to being in and of themselves. They are their own layout, their own thing, and they will never roll on a different map. So how I get these is, 1, there's a sextant for it that you can put on your Voidstone, and 2, you can actually spec into this one, Remnants of the Past, Final Map. Final Map boss has 3% chance to drop an Elder or a Shaper map. I do that one, and I do the Cyrus one. 30% increased chance of dropping a Conquer map. That's just best way I'm honestly be the only way. I think you can get them from Blight, so I'm sure you can get them from a bunch of other places as well, but that's how I get them. So yeah, those 4 maps get you the 4 fragments to open Shaper, and we are going to do the same thing we did for the Elder guide because it worked really well to go through it like that. So I have the video here. I'm going to kind of skip through a little bit because we don't necessarily need to sit here and talk through a 20-minute video, but same thing. I'm Maven witnessing them. I didn't elk them just because I was trying to blast through a little bit, but yeah, so like I said, this map will always look like this. It kind of looks like the arena layout. Is arena or Coliseum? Whichever one uses the Act 4 tile set for when you go right. So yeah, you just go through, and then, okay, here we go. So these ones I do want to talk a little bit about because these are a little bit more proper boss fights. So for this guy, the only mechanic that you won't figure out on your own, well, the blue stuff on the ground is from Maven. That's not usually here. But when he goes into his split phase and you're killing these ads, when he comes back, he's going to port and then go on. So he's back, and then there he ported, and now he's invisible. So these black clouds of smoke, he's hiding in one of them. So by the way, it took me 2 leagues of doing this to figure out how this works. You have to go stand in all of these until you find the one he's hiding in. So you see him just running through them all, and then he was in that one. That red circle, you just get out of it. I probably shouldn't have done this with Maven watching for the guide because it kind of reduces clarity, but it's fine. Those are the only 2 things that really matter on this fight. That red circle and standing in the black cloud of smoke to find which one he's hiding in. Besides that, you just kind of go through and kill the ads, DPS him, kill the ads, DPS him, and then you get the fragment for him. And then this one is Hydra, so we're not going to sit here and watch all these because they're just kind of like, I don't know, they're not that crazy hard. It's kind of hard to skip as much as I want on Windows, but it's basically a normal map. You can juice these and do it normally, do all the mechanics and everything. For these maps, I don't usually like Omega juice them. I'm usually just trying to blast through them really quickly and get my fragments. So I'll skip pretty much every mechanic on these unless if I'm playing Tornado Shot and I see a Legion and I have a Headhunter on. I mean, I'm not gonna not do it, right? But yeah, these aren't too bad. So here I actually demonstrate this orb chasing me. You see it'll follow me, and then when it touches me, it will leave a degen. I don't like that it's... Okay, so it's going to spawn ads. Doesn't usually spawn ads. Well, it's showing you a mechanic for the Shaper fight. But in the Shaper fight, so you see if I stand on it, it does a bunch of damage. I don't like that it spawns the ads in the map because it's like... It's trying to teach you the mechanic, and then it doesn't teach it very well. Now, this is the part where I die, because I stood too close to him when he exploded. Nice. That's why I don't play hardcore. But yeah, these are all kind of the same. It's just a normal map with a, like, 2 out of 10 difficulty boss at the end for the 4 fragments, so I'm going to skip all the way to the Shaper fight now. That should be all 4 fragments, right? It is. Oh, did I do the invitation too? So, since Maven witnessed all of those Guardians, I am now going to do all 4 of them in the Maven Crucible. So you can fight all 4 of them at the same time. Because they weren't hard enough on their own. So fight all 4 at the same time. I think I actually die here too. I'm sure I do. I need to fix my build. My chest piece is like not even close to being right. I'm using Mana Forged arrows for my Frenzy, and I usually don't link yeah, I did die. I don't usually link Mana Forged with that. I usually self-cast Frenzy for Cull. But I'm kind of going off on my own a little bit with this build. I added a Thread of Hope, and I also added a Timeless Jewel. And I'm kind of testing it. The Timeless Jewel ended up making me have to unspec Magebane, so I lost like 18% chance to suppress spells. So I'm taking significantly more damage than I used to. I'm doing a lot more damage than I used to, but yeah. So my build is having issues right now. That's my fault. Wow, I died twice. Holy shit, I'm so bad at the game. Alright, let's actually get to Shaper. So, oh, by the way, this is also worth noting. Doing the Maven invites enables you to drop any loot that you would normally get from those bosses. So you can see here, I got another fragment of the Phoenix. So I don't have to go do another Shaper map to get the Phoenix fragment. I just got one from doing this. So it saves you from doing 1 map per fragment. You can kind of turn it into like a Shaper and a half, maybe. I'll have Shaper and a quarter. But yeah, Awakened Gem too. I sold that for like 40C. No awakened LE damage with attacks. That would have been too nice. Alright. I think we actually get into Shaper now. I do believe. Nice. I'm like posting shit for sale. Let's go. Gotta teach the people. Alright, so same thing. Put them in order. Otherwise you can't open the map. We go into the Shaper's Realm. So when you go into the Shaper's Realm, before you can actually start the fight with Shaper, you have to do a little pre-phase thing. So I have a picture here. When you spawn in right here next to Zana. And then you have to go to all 4 of these portals and kill a randomly chosen boss. It's random every time. It shuffles throughout the bosses in the game. It's all like that, not too hard. I got the annoying one. I got Gravicious. So yeah, you do that, and then what happened to my... Bro, did I just restart it? Oh my god. There we go. So yeah, you just go northeast, southwest, all 4 corners, and then do whichever boss that got selected for you. So this one's my least favorite to get, because I hate Gravicious. I hate him in Act 3. I hate him at League Start. I hate him when I replay the campaign. I hate how much damage he does. Look at that. Like, what is that? At least I do a lot of damage. So there's one upside. So yeah, you just do all 4. And then once you're done with all 4 of these, that's when you go fight the Shaper. I can't imagine this is very interesting. We'll bump it forward a little bit. Yep, got the Spooter boss from Act 2. And then the final boss from Act 4. Okay, so after this, we'll go Shaper. So this should be the 4th one. Nice, standing right in it. Just tanking it. Okay, final one's dead, and then once all 4 are done, a new portal will spawn in the middle, and that takes you up to the main Shaper platform. I'm switching Grace for Malevolence here, just for a little more skill effect duration on the EA. I actually probably should have done that for the other ones, but whatever. Just kind of precast, they're doing some RP here, and then he will start attacking. So Shaper has a few different attacks. So right there, he's throwing his orbs. So that animation he just did, you really want to learn, because that will save your life multiple times. Because every time he gets the kind of wing looking things, nice. I just fucking skipped a shit ton. You'll notice he gets there's the beam. I'm gonna try to pause it right on it so you can see. You can predict what he's gonna do with full certainty. Yeah, that animation right there. You know he's gonna teleport and then slam. Every time he teleports, he slams down. If you're in that purple circle, you're gonna die. Does a lot of damage. So for this, he just spawns a little shield portal thing and spawns ads that go after Zana. So you kill them, pretty straightforward. Shaper's kind of known for doing the beam attack at inconvenient times and also doing it, immediately after another attack. So be ready for that. And then now split phase. So during this split phase, you want to try to go pretty fast because he's healing. The entire time that you're gone from the Shaper platform, he is healing. And if you take long enough, he can heal all the way back to full. If you're like god awfully slow, he can fully regen. Nice. My zone read just beautiful. As always, completely flawless. So this is kind of the same as the pre-phase. You just kind of run all the way to the end, and then there's a little boss, and then you kill that guy, and then I think actually run by him here and then backtrack. But you kill him, and then portal back to the Shaper platform. This part's all about speed. You just want to go fast. There he is. These guys don't have much HP. You kind of just blast them. Alright, we're back. So he's going to choose between a few different things. He's either going to do this, he's about to do, or he can beam you, or do the portal attack, or start throwing the yellow orbs. So for this one, you just stand inside the bubble, and that's it. You just stand inside the bubble. He's also known for doing the beam right after the bubble, so you got to be ready to flame dash out of that. There's the port, and then the slam. It's really important in PoE to listen to the dialogue, because bosses in PoE will always tell you what they're going to do. And it might not be exactly what you have to do, but once you learn, every time Shaper says gaze into the abyss, he's going to do the beam. So as soon as I hear the word gaze, I just flame dash, because I know he's going to beam. And there's a lot of little things like that that can really help you, especially on Cyrus. Well, honestly, on every boss. You can just know what's going to happen based on the dialogue. Wanting to buy phasing. I think this is the one where I ran by the boss and then backtrack. Yeah, right there. Whoops. That's okay. Alright, so now that we're into the last phase, it's a little bit different. Actually, I think the orbs can spawn before. I just didn't get any. So these little orbs will follow you, and then it's the thing I showed you guys on the map already. When they touch you, they leave that degen on the ground. I got kind of lucky here. He did the portal. It's kind of annoying because you can't DPS him during this. He has a energy shield that's unbreakable. So right there, that first little orb spawned, and it's just following me, and I'm going to set it over here, and he's going to beam me, I think. We ported. So now I got two of them following me. So you just got, you never ever want to let these touch you when your mid, and that is because of the Zana bubble. So if you cover the whole center of the arena with these degens, you're not going to be able to stand in the bubble. So most important thing is to drop these out and then get in the bubble. So you can see I drop them and then go right in. See, I got another one coming for me. You can actually kite it around inside that bubble. It is possible. This fight seems intimidating, but once you do it like twice, you're like, it's pretty free. And then, yep, drop the Uber Elder Fragment. So, he, for your Void Stone, you're going to have to kill Shaper minimum 2 times to get the 2 fragments for Uber Elder. You can find people at League Start that, like, if you drop 2 at the top and they drop 2 of the bottom, you can find people to just one-to-one trade like that. It's a lot easier to do that if you're in a guild. As far as drops go, I know he can drop Dying Sun. I'm trying to remember what else he can drop. Oh yeah, he can drop Starforge, that's right. Sublime Vision. And a Cosmic Reliquary Key. Oh, is that might be from Uber. Oh yeah, those are only from Uber. You can get a Starforge though. 15% chance at a Dying Sun. I think if you get a good roll on that, it might be like ADC. So, yeah, that's about it for Shaper. It's a lot of Shaper is just doing it 2 or 3 times and then learning when the beam is going to happen. The beam is the big one for sure. Once you know how to survive the beam, you're kind of chilling, because that's what's going to farm you. The first couple times you do this fight, that beam is absolutely what's going to farm you. But just practice it 2 or 3 times. Try to pull your Path of Building and make sure you have at least 1,000,000 DPS to do this, and then maybe 15k effective HP on like the low end. That'd be on like the low end, I would say. Maybe you can get away with less, I don't know, but yeah, I would say like 1,000,000 DPS would be like the lowest I would attempt Shaper on. But yeah, that's about all I have to say for Shaper. It's actually more straightforward than you would think. It looks like a lot more than it is. Once you do it once or twice and you know what you're looking for and what you're looking out for, it's not that bad. So get in there, run your Shaper invites, don't sell your fragments, get your Void Stones. I got Uber Elder guide coming up next. So yeah, if you have any questions, hop in Discord, DM me, put it in the Team 99 Discord, join the Team 99 Discord, follow me everywhere. And that's it. Yeah, let me know your questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.